It's a mild New Year's Day, 2022. Happy New Year, everyone. Now, my wish list for 2022 isn't world peace or Euro millions or hoping my neighbour suffers a horrible accident because he's a wanker. I'm joking, I don't wish that to anyone. But it's what things I want for the car. These are the small things that I'd like to see addressed, because there are quite a few of them. Now, first and foremost, definitely economy mode. That's been getting on my nerves for, well, it's going to be 2 years in February now. And I know why it happened, because it was in February 2020, right before the pandemic. Me and the family went on went a couple of days away, and in this car, and I could tell the battery something was wrong with the battery. So I swapped it, but I swapped it at one of those franchises. Here it's called Norauto. And it's the place where street thugs, the modders, the Fast and Furious crowd, love to go and get their cars fixed. But I digress. The mechanics, they're all young and inexperienced there, and they tend to screw up. And they did that with this, because they swapped out the battery, but they didn't reset the ECU, because I think you have to, as far as I know. So the battery's been misreading ever since. It thinks it's not charged. I don't know. Something's wrong, and that's why economy mode keeps kicking in. So I've got to correct that, and probably the only way is to actually get a new battery and reset the ECU. But that's something I can't do, because my OBD2 cable doesn't have a chip or something. Doesn't work. And by the way, Mr. Nice-Hearted, if you're watching, thanks very much for sending me the software, but it's for naught, because it's the cable itself that's the problem. Another thing I would like to address, the rubber strips in the doors, all of them. They're not in good condition. Now, problem here is each one costs €80, and that's like eye-wateringly expensive. I wanted to see if I could get a second-hand one. Sorry, second-hand 4, I should say. But I'm keeping my eye on these dismantler places, places that sell bits from crashed or discarded cars, and C5s just don't seem to pop up. Which is good. It means that they're not being thrown away willy-nilly by their owners. So it either means they're reliable, or people are holding on to them, which is good. Problem is, I don't have any alternative for these weather strips, these rubber strips. I can live with that because rainwater isn't seeping in. If you have any suggestions, I'll be glad to hear them. So let's see how that pans out. Another thing is the bonnet catch. When I release the bonnet here and then move over to the actual bonnet, that plastic bit to actually release the bonnet, that final release, that's really tough to do. And I look inside, you can see there's been a cable tie, so there's been bodgery. So that's something I'm going to have to address. The thing is, I don't think I can do it myself either, because I have to go in through the bottom and stuff, and I'm not sure if I'm up to that task, to be very honest with you. Another thing I'd like to do this year, it's a small thing, and it's not going to be exciting content, but I'd like to do it, and that's do something about these cloudy headlamps that I have. And they're looking yellow and a bit sorry for themselves. And I'd like to maybe address that before it gets any worse. What else is there? There is one thing that's getting on my nerves, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything about it, and that's the squealing. The squealing coming from the either flywheel or clutch. And I told my mechanic, and he said, leave it. Don't do anything. Live with it, because if it's either the clutch or the flywheel, it doesn't matter. You're looking at something like a €1,300 job to get it fixed. And this is definitely something I'm not going to be able to do on the floor of my garage. No way. So I'm going to have to live with that for the time being, unless it gets worse. And then we'll see. So hopefully it doesn't get worse. And lastly, there were these 3 little things that I wanted the OBD cable for originally, and that was to stop the mirrors from folding in every time I lock the car, to switch on the DRLs, and the last one, this third thing, I don't know if it's possible, I've already mentioned, that's to make the auto wipe function a single wipe function, a missed function as it's called, because auto wipe is a load of rubbish. It never does what you want it to. And I'd much prefer to have a single wipe instead of having to go like that, and that's not good when you're on the move. You just want to wipe. Done. That's what you want. But I don't know if that's going to be possible, so I'll probably have to live with auto white for the rest of my life. Oh, whoa, oh my god, what a terrible problem. It's not important, as you can probably surmise by the way I'm speaking. I'd like to thank everyone who watched this past year. It's been very kind of you, there are very few of you. This coming year, I'm going to keep doing the same thing. I was hoping to do a lot more tinkering of the car, but it's just not possible, you know, at least for the time being. Without proper equipment and somewhere with light, it's really tough. I'll try, but I can't guarantee anything. And to be honest, the videos I most enjoy, both filming and editing, are those videos that have, well, little to do with the car. The road trip videos, you know, those economy runs. The video where I talked about how, I can't remember what's the bloody name of the video, doesn't matter, it'll pop up on screen for sure. And those are those ones I like. However, they're also the ones with by far the least views. Insultingly low views, but I don't care. To be very, very honest, even if like only half a dozen people like it, that's fine by me, because this channel, if it stays small and all you have are people that are nice coming along, there's less chance of trolls the less people you have. That's good. If things stay the way they are, I have no problem with that whatsoever. This is not done for the views, not even slightly. It's really because it's a nice hobby, and I'm finally be able to do something with cars and talk to people who like cars. Yeah, I'm blathering too much now. So have a great 22, everyone. I wish everyone who's watching this many happy miles behind the wheel of their car, whether it's a C5 or whether it's, doesn't matter what. All car enthusiasts, I hope you have a great year. And thank you very much for watching, and I bid you all farewell.